Hello, good morning, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a bit of a dining room update because I haven't said much about it recently, and although I'm not doing a full makeover on it yet, I've done loads of decluttering, moving stuff around, and I've got to share with you what's going on. I've got a new dining table. I'm very excited about it, so I just thought I would update you in a vlog and show you the rest of my day. I also have to run a few errands first and need to get some paint, some houseplant compost, might run into a charity shop to donate some things, but if you see me buying anything, no you didn't. So that's what we're doing today. If you want to follow along with me, stay tuned. Also want to let you know that today's video is very kindly sponsored by Squarespace. I'll tell you a bit more later, but if you want to host a blog, a website or an e-commerce platform, check out Squarespace. Use my link below for 10% off and a free trial. Okay, let's get into it. My room, which is now my office, is currently cluttered with DIY supplies. I'm doing IKEA hacks, thrift hacks, I'm playing with resin. I don't know if you've already seen that or not. There's a lot going on, so I need to tidy this later, but let me show you. Oh no, this is stuff I'm working on. This is drying resin and some embroidery stuff. This looks like chaos, but it's organized chaos. All of these baskets are a different project. I know I haven't really explained why there's a couch in here now. I do have a whole video on that. I'm just trying to make over the space and make it a little bit more versatile and like office oriented. And if you can see that in the background, this is the wrong way round, but this is a filing cabinet. It needs a lot of work. There are loads of crispy dead spiders in here. The drawers are downstairs, so I'm gonna bring them up and put them in, but I'm going to make this over and have it useful again. This actually belonged to my great grandfather, so that's kind of cool, and I like that it's pink. So yeah, that project is in the works, but today we're focusing on the dining room. So let's start by running those errands. Quick outfit of the day, because why not? I also cleared off the chest of drawers for this. My silky shirt thing is from a charity shop. It's probably a pajama top, I don't know. My jeans are from a vintage store in LA like 5 years ago. I get lots of questions about my glasses. They're originally from H&M and then I got my lenses put in so I can see. I need them for driving. Anyway, let's get on the road. I think I've done everything I was planning to do. I did some returns, donations, didn't buy anything that I didn't need, just got a few bits for work, and feeling good. It's just started to rain as I've got back in the car now, so I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna pot my plants. So this is what my jungle is looking like. They're getting a bit out of control, but no more plants. I'm not buying any more, I promise. I didn't repot these ones, but I think I will need to in the next month or so. I think my Calethea is getting a bit big. I didn't have enough soil to do her as well, but they're all okay right now. I repotted my umbrella tree because he just wasn't growing this year, and I think it's because the pot was too small, so let's hope we get a few more babies before the summer is over. And my snake plant, who used to be in there, has been moved, and he's suddenly just, I don't know, he's spread out everywhere really quickly. He was in there for a long time, but now my dragon tree is filling his space. This thing was tiny when I bought it a couple of months ago and it's got really big. And speaking of things that were much smaller, this, I can't remember the name of this plant, but I got this in Aldi at the beginning of the year and it's just huge. I need to find a bigger pot for it, so ignore that for the time being. But this leaf just appeared out of nowhere and it's really, really long. I repotted my Monstera, also a relatively new plant that is just getting really big really quickly. And I've got a few of these in the pots. These are Miracle Grow Drip and Feed. I actually got these in Poundland and they're pretty good. So yeah, they're looking a lot healthier over here. And over here we've got my ficus who just keeps putting out loads of new leaves. So that's what the jungle's looking like right now. Hello from my dining room. I thought I would show you a quick update of what's going on in here because last time you saw it, it was probably very, very cluttered. This isn't by any means a full makeover. I don't want anyone to be disappointed, but I do want to show you all of the transformation that's happened in here recently because I've done a lot of decluttering during lockdown. I do need to paint the walls, get the skirting board replaced, which was going to happen during a certain time of the year that we didn't really anticipate, and it just obviously hasn't happened yet. So I will do a full makeover, but for the time being, let me share with you what it's looking like now because I've got a new table, very exciting. So during lockdown, I obviously switched the sitting room and the dining room over, and the dining room, which was in there, had loads of junk in it, so all that came in here, and I was sorting through it and getting rid of basically everything. I couldn't take anything to the charity shops for a long time, obviously. So I was just trying to pile it all in the corner here and just pretend that it didn't exist. As soon as lockdown finished, I was able to get a collection sorted for the big pieces of furniture that I was donating. I got rid of one of my couches, the big coffee table because it's too big, the dining room table because it's just not my style, and I was able to give those to charity, and then some other small furniture pieces, which was really good because it got it out of the way. Midway through this process, my nan and I swapped some of our furniture, which is why I have dining room tables. So here's what it looked like before that. Hello, the moving men are coming today to take some of this stuff to Nan's house. I'm not ready because they're coming earlier than expected because it's so hot. I think they want to finish work. So let me show you the state of the room right now and then you can see what it looks like after. This is, I guess, the dining room area. This lovely chest of drawers has to go to my nan's house because it doesn't fit anywhere in my house. Look at that alcove. It's like 2 inches too small. It's so sad. But it's empty anyway, so I'm happy to see that go to another home. That's going back. Nan's going to take that to London. These chairs are going to be given to a family friend. These ones are going to go around the new table that I'm borrowing from my nan. God, it's like musical chairs, but with furniture. And I think all of this is for the charity shop, but I can't deal with that today because they're not taking many donations. Let's get these out of the way and the table in, and then that's something sorted. That brings us to yesterday when I came in and I took off all the packing tape from the edge of the table to try and clean it up a little bit. And I also took as much as possible to the charity shop. I still couldn't get rid of it all. There is a small pile tucked away here of stuff that needs to go, but it's a slow process in 2020. And I'm actually really pleased with how it's looking, so I wanted to share it with you now. Obviously it's not perfect yet, and I've still got a full makeover to do, but it's looking a lot more like a dining room and a lot less cluttered. This is what the dining room currently looks like. We put those chairs in the alcoves for the time being, just because they had nowhere else to go. And the table looks so good. I'm really, really pleased with it. So much more modern than the last one. Ignore what's on the top. I don't know what to style it with yet, but at least it's tidy, right? If I haven't already mentioned this in this video, the table's one I'm borrowing from my nan, so when I do move, if it's too big, I can just give it back to her, which is nice to know. The rug I put underneath is way too small. Mistakes have been made, but the table is very heavy, so I'm just gonna have to we're just gonna pretend it's not there for the time being until I can move it. Someone outside my house. I had a package. What was I saying? This area is gonna be my next project. I wanna make it look a lot less cluttered and just tidy up the walls and put some different stuff up there once it's painted. We can't talk about this pile that I'm very slowly chipping away at and giving to the charity shop as and when they'll take it. It's fine. I think over the next week most of that stuff's gonna go. So yeah, this is what we're left with. I cannot quite wrap my head around the fact that this is my dining room. It feels like somebody else's house because there's so little stuff in here now. So the next step is to paint up and get those skirting boards replaced and give it a nice refresh. Maybe put some prints up on the wall, just change it around a bit. So it's almost finally clutter-free in here, which is exciting, and the rest of the house is pretty clutter-free too, so I feel good about that. I actually decluttered tons during lockdown. I just didn't really film it. I kind of just wanted to get it over and done with, and that way I was able to get so much more done when I wasn't filming it. Funny that. For the last couple of years I've had this idea in my head that I might want to like move abroad for like 6 months to a year or so. Obviously I can't do that anytime soon, but I just thought if I could declutter as much as possible, it would be more of an option of something I can actually maybe do next year if the time is right and, you know, the stars align and the world is a better place. I don't know. Just it's very freeing to have gotten rid of so much stuff. Speaking of, I should show you the little bedroom upstairs because it's going to be plastered soon. So let me show you that. Oh, my legs. Ooh. I'm so elderly. Ow. So this is the one room that's left to do in the house. I have shown you clips of it recently now that it's almost clutter-free. There's just a couple of things in here that I need to get rid of, but I had the electrician come in and fix all the lights and do the sockets as well. And I had someone come and give me a quote for plastering, and he's gonna come and plaster the whole thing, which is really exciting. I've got to get the ceiling done as well because it's looking pretty bad. And if you also live in a crumbly old Victorian house, you'll probably recognize this. When you tap the walls, you can hear the old plaster falling down. So he's gonna fix all of this, and I think this is the last room that really needs to be done. This can then become a small double bedroom, but I think I might have it as my craft space in the new year, so that'd be kind of exciting. I'm thinking pink. Don't know why I think such a thing, but I don't have a pink room in my house, so maybe. Anyway. Oh, and one last thing I want to show you before I finish up this video, which is really kind of cool. Do you remember last year I was overhauling my office and I had that really gorgeous rose gold antique mirror that I broke? Story of my life. Well, I finally took that to the glaziers to get it cut a year later, and they were able to salvage a lot of it, and this is how I had them cut it. I know it's leaning at the moment. I'm gonna have it put on the wall, but I decided to go with this arch shape, and I really like it. They were actually able to salvage quite a lot of the mirror, and I'm really pleased with it. Hey! So I'm thinking of putting this up here and moving those prints. Let me know what you think. I've had to get some special screws that clip around the outside to keep it in place, and I need a second person to help me put it up. Oh gosh, please don't look at the skirting boards. They make me so sad. But this is what we're able to do out of a horrible mistake. This cost £20 to get cut, and you know what? I think I like it a lot more than the original DIY idea. Before I tie up today's video, I just want to give a quick mention to my sponsor, which is Squarespace. Thank you to them for working with me on a few videos recently. I, as you might know already, set up my website using Squarespace. I love it. I've been using it for years. It is so easy to use. It's really easy to move around all the modules on your website and make it look exactly how you want it to. They've got tons of gorgeous minimal templates, and it really only took me much less than a day to get mine up and running. So if you're looking to build a website, a blog, an e-commerce platform, anything like that, definitely check out Squarespace, and you might be able to make something that you're really proud of as well. If you want 10% off and a free trial, check out my link, which is squarespace.com/Hermione Chantal. I'll leave it in the description below. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video, and thank you to you all for watching today's video. And with all of that being said, happy decluttering, and I'll see you next time. Bye.